It's been 4 years now since the genocide against the people of Sudan began. That genocide is being carried out by Rapid Support Forces, RSFs, and Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF. And this war is the deadliest in recent history, where thousands of people have been killed, millions have been displaced, and over 20 million people right now are dealing with famine and malnutrition. I'm here to talk about the suffering of women in war zones, and how this war in particular turned women's bodies into a battlefield. And so I'm going to use my voice to advocate for these women. I've got the stories of Sahar, Roya, Aisha, and others. And these are aliases I assigned to these women in order to protect their identities. And I obtained these stories from interviews conducted by the United Nations at the refugee camps and at the displacement camps. And so these interviews featuring sexual violence that might be triggering. For that reason, viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to start off by Sahar story. With confusion and bewilderment, Sahar describes her conflicting feelings toward her daughter, Ibtisam, who is not yet a year old at the time of the interview. She says, the RSF came to our neighborhood. While I was with my family, they kidnapped me and took me to a nearby location. 4 men wearing RSF uniforms and carrying weapons covered my face and told me to shut my mouth. They tied me up and committed horrific act against me. They raped me. What they did was terrible, leaving me on the brink of death. Weeks later, I found out I was pregnant, and I have been living in a psychological turmoil ever since. She then added, I must love her, but what am I going to do? How can I discriminate between her and my other kids? A mother loves the children she gives birth to, but there is a difference. Utter scumbags, utter disgusting scumbags. But this is Roya's account. Roya says this: I'm a new mom of twins who I brought into this world through a C-section, cesarean section surgery. Just 29 days after my delivery, mayhem erupted when the RSF attacked and bombarded our town, Bara, in North Kordofan. Tragically, I lost one of my precious daughters that day. As fear engulfed us, we had no choice but to flee. I ran with my newborn in my arms and a bag in my back, navigating scorching heat and treacherous terrain. The sights we encountered were haunting. The landscape was littered with countless lifeless bodies. This is a scene from hell, I guess. She also says, my body broke down and my wounds reopened. I arrived shattered physically and mentally. It's unthinkable. It's unthinkable for any woman to go through this. Here is Aisha's account. Aisha is just 17 years old. Says the following. They came in and pointed a gun at me. They told me not to scream or say anything. Then they began to take off my clothes, and one of them held the gun while the other were taking turns in raping me. Just 17 years old. Appalling. Nahla, 32 years old, who returned to Khartoum earlier this year, expressed her fear about seeing her neighborhood again after 2 years of displacement. She says this, I was scared to see my neighborhood again. There were bodies everywhere. I even saw the body of a child in front of my house. Then I've got Dalia. Dalia is 30 years old, and she stated this. I have to be both mother and father to my son, who is a product of her being raped. And so she says, after I was raped by a civilian while his friend, an off-duty army soldier, pointed a gun at me. I was terrified he would shoot me, she added. And so these atrocities are not only being committed by RSFs, but also by SAFs and by civilians, because there is just, complete state of chaos. And so every depraved man would make use of this opportunity to inflict pain and misery against vulnerable women. Obscene. Fathia, next is Fathia. Fathia assaulted and raped and then discovered she was pregnant at the end of her first trimester. She says this, sometimes I get upset with him, referring to her newborn baby, who is again a product of her being raped. But I've got also an account of a midwife who helped so many women deliver their newborn in this war, but also has helped so many women abort their pregnancy. Here is her account. A midwife working with Doctors Without Borders reported that during her 2 months in Tawila in Darfur, she has encountered hundreds of survivors, many of whom became pregnant as a result of rape. She noted some of them couldn't express it. Those who have given birth often feel resentment and disconnection. They struggle to show love and attention to their babies. These women are forced to raise a child that serves as a constant reminder of their trauma. She also raised a critical questions. What will the legal status of these children be? How will they be cared for within their families? And what impact will this have on communities? Sudanese society is extremely conservative. And so, in my opinion, and that's what's actually happening right now, these conservative communities won't show mercy for these women. Just gonna further, inflict shame towards these women. And so these women are completely abandoned. And even their family members won't accept them. I've got also an account of a United Nations special rapporteur on violence against women and girls. And so after her visit to Sudan, she reports the following. Rape is being used as a weapon of war, dominance, destruction, and genocide to destroy the fabric of society and change its makeup. The shame many are made to feel in an often conservative society doubles the injustice of what was done to them by these animals. She then added, families have abandoned their daughters, husbands have divorced their wives who were victims of rape. So you are, as a woman in Sudan, you are not only getting raped, humiliated, and subjected to violence by disgusting men, but then also you might become pregnant and then forced to raise a child that gonna always reminds you of what an unhinged and a disgusting monster did to you. And you then gonna also have to deal with the rejection of your own family and the abandonment and the shame and the discrimination. So these women are facing multiple adversaries and enemies. The RSFs, staff, and also unhinged men, but also they are facing a conservative society that blames the victim, and that really needs an end. And what I see is that the war abandons the people of Sudan in general, but in particular these women. This is a pandemic, really a pandemic. The violence against women is across the globe. The violence against women and the femicide, the killing of women, because we know that if you are going to be murdered, your killer will likely be your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend, your partner. That's globally. In Sudan, women have been treated as second-class citizens even before this war erupted. Child marriage. We know that young girls, as young as 12-year-old, being forced to marry. And we are seeing a female genital mutilation being performed to so many young girls. And we are also seeing women being oppressed and being subjected to violence. And what happened is that this war just amplified what already existed. Women are being trafficked and sold in an open market for slavery in Sudan by the RSFs. I have no words. I really have no word to describe what's going on. We need to address racism because racism is deeply rooted in Sudanese society. During the Darfur War in the early 2000s, where thousands were killed by the infamous Omar al-Bashir, the president at that time. People of Darfur were targeted mainly because they are of African ethnicity. The regime at that time sold us a narrative that they are, kind of terrorists posing danger to national security. But that was not true. It was because of racism. It is what it is. And right now we are seeing RSF targeting women based on their ethnicity. So for those of you that don't know, RSF was primarily founded during the genocide in Darfur by Omar al-Bashir. And so the same people, Hemeti, the head of the RSF, he was killing people in Darfur during the Darfur genocide, the fairest Darfur genocide, because there is a genocide that happened just recently in this war in Al-Fashir, second genocide in Darfur, where blood trail was obvious from the space, and according to an analysis conducted by Yale University, revealed that that you can see the blood actually from the space. The head of SAF, the Sudanese Armed Forces, Burhan, was also killing people during Darfur genocide. And so they are both two faces of the same coin. We've seen that one RSF, soldier posting a video saying that raping women from other ethnicity honors their bloodline. So this is a deeply disgusting language and a deeply racist language. So that's number one. But also the discrimination against the people of South Sudan. South Sudan and North Sudan, Sudan were one country before 2010. But before that, South Sudanese were facing injustice, distribution of welfare, discrimination, racist language, mainly because they are Christian, but also because they are darker. And so that's something I've seen myself, where South Sudanese are being, discriminated against and treated poorly. And the reason I bring this is because we need to fight racism, and back then we were all complicit by staying silent. And so I guess my message is, don't stay quiet, even if you don't commit the racism yourself or the discrimination yourself. Don't stay quiet. Use your voice to fight racism and fight discrimination, and just unite against it, because guess what? The table can quickly turn. Unfortunately, what happened in Darfur is happening right now across Sudan. And Sudanese people need to come together and need to address this specific problem. That's number one. But also women need to reconsider so many things. Need to reconsider religion, patriarchal system, and capitalism, and that's globally, because me, I view the world as one. Governments would use religion to justify the poor treatment of women. I'm not saying reject religion, that's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is God is not a text saying to you, cover because you are only a sex object. And God is not, a text in a book telling men to have 4 wives. You need to reconsider that. Women as well need to come together and need to support each other. But also you need to be there for yourself, because the reality is this: nobody is going to save you. You have to save yourself. As harsh as that might sound, that's the only reality. That's the only reality. And in conservative society, and particularly in Sudan, men would tell you that, hey, stay home, we would provide for you, we would do this for you. How has that been working? Not so well. When you are dependent on a man, you are not free, but also you are not safe. And I would say that for fathers, please give your daughter love, support, unconditional love and safety, and empower your daughter so that she doesn't search for safety elsewhere from a man that is not going to give her that safety. And so empower your daughter and, support her and arm her with knowledge and be there for her, but also let her make mistakes, because part of development and part of life is just making mistakes and learn from these mistakes. I have a message for the country of the UAE. Please stop the bloodshed in Sudan. But apparently no amount of war and no amount of bloodshed would satiate you. Mohammed bin Zayed, who is a thief and a thug, who have been smuggling the resources of Sudan, in particular the gold of Sudan, into his country. And now we are seeing that the UAE is second biggest exporter of gold, despite not having one single gold mine in UAE. How is that possible? But he is now arming the RSFs with drones and, missiles and mercenaries in return of, Sudanese gold, which is disgusting. And value in this video, please consider subscribing, hit the bell icon, leave a comment. Appreciate you.